Do you want to buy yourself a S1000? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you and show you what you can do to prevent yourself from buying a lemon. What you can do, number one, go to a motorized dealership, give them the VIN number, then they're able to take the VIN number, put it on their system, they're able to check the history of the motorcycle. Because I know a lot of guys that have motorcycles, but that are absolute lemons because of they rev the heck out of them. They don't maintain them, take care of them very poorly. After you give them the VIN number, they'll tell you if the bike has any mileage fraud. They'll tell you if the bike has ever been involved in a crash. If it has been involved in a crash, oh, hi, by the way, how bad was the crash? And then they'll be able to tell you if the bike has anything else outstanding. Maybe, I don't know, it's got fairings or whatnot. Because obviously the technicians, they might even have a look at your bike. Always check the social media page of the person that's selling the motorcycle. Unless if you're buying it from a shop. If you're buying it from a shop, then hopefully you're getting it with warranty or you're getting it with insurance. So then you should be good. But if it's a private sale, check the social media of the person. If you find the person revving the bike really hard, if you find the person just not taking care of the bike, if you find any pictures of the guy of the person's bike, maybe it was crashed and then he rebuilt it, then now you know. Let's say for example the bike already crashed or whatnot. That's when you need to go to the bike and check its tires. You need to check the forks, you need to check the suspension, you need to check the frame, you need to check the tanks, you need to, especially the papers of the bike, because not a lot of people actually check the papers of the bike, and then you find out that, oh, you bought a stolen bike. Then let's say the person that you bought from is now gone. Any illegal modifications on the motorcycle, illegal modifications being from exhaust systems to number plate brackets. I've made quite a lot of guys wanting to buy bikes, going and buying bikes, only to find out no, the frame has got 3 numbers that are missing, or they got 2 numbers that aren't aligning with the latest documents of the bike. And me personally, I just believe buy S1000 from a woman. I haven't seen a woman that has abused their motorcycle. Honestly, especially S1000. You find your some of them, they rev them or whatnot, but not to the extent of what guys do. I'm not being sexist, I'm just saying. Now let's talk about some modifications that people might want to do on their motorcycles, or let's talk about some modifications that some people have done on their motorcycles. Some people install race air filters into their motorcycles. I do not believe in race air filters, especially if it's not used on the track. If you ever check how a race air filter looks, the material that's used in there is a bit lighter and a bit less dense as compared to an OEM air filter, so it can let in more air, obviously. But you must understand that on the road the conditions on the road is way different than conditions on the track, because yes, there's going to be more air going inside your motor, but what about the debris in the air? What about the pollution? What about the dust? What about little bugs? What about little stones and stuff like that? There's a lot of things that could contribute into that happen. Once that air gets inside your motor, it could mess up your throttle bodies, and it can then from your throttle bodies maybe could even trickle down and then end up messing up your complete motor. Another one is guys taking off their mirrors. I don't understand how they ride without mirrors, because I remember I used to have a friend and he never rode with mirrors on, and I kept asking him, dude, why you ride with mirrors? He's like, no, I'm only worried about what's in front of me. I don't really care about what's behind me. I'm like, yeah, okay, but what if I'm riding with you and then I go down? How would you know that? How would you know or notice that I went down? Yes, you might need to now look back, but sometimes when you're riding on your pony and then you check on your mirror, you might see like a shimmer of light. That's when you know, plus minus, the person that you're riding with is still behind you. But if you don't have those mirrors on, or any like, even if it's bar end mirrors, if you don't have that, then bro, you got nothing to tell you that the person that you're riding with is safe or not. Race fuel. Some people believe that by just putting in race fuel in their pony, it's going to make their pony faster, which is completely nonsense. With race fuel, you need to understand that your mapping needs to be good. Your engine also needs to be aligned. Your exhaust system needs to be aligned. There's so many factors that you need to have in place in order for race fuel to work at its optimum conditions or performance. You understand? You're going to put race fuel, all you're going to get is that sweet smell as you're passing out the guy, but that's about it. No performance enhancement. You're actually going to be wasting your money more than anything else, Sugar Lips. Suspension. Some other people believe that, okay, if I go buy only suspension that costs 30,000 rand, I'll convert that into dollars. If you've been watching the video till this far, I guess you might as well just subscribe and like my videos, because I'm about to put out way more like this. Well, not in this kind of space. It is cold outside, so that's why I'm sitting indoors and making these videos. Then they're going to believe that that's going to be able to enable them to ride their motorcycle really good and really fast. No, it will not. If you do not know how to set up the ergonomics on your motorcycle, it's not going to do anything than just be another fancy tighten on your motorcycle. Don't do that. Rather set up your OEM suspension to fit your riding, then that will be good, believe me, for the next 50 years. You don't need to buy expensive suspension unless you're going to be racing and using it to its fullest potential. But to most of these guys, they're just wasting money. Maybe because they got a lot of it, I don't know. Another one is shorties. Some people put short exhaust systems on their motorcycle, maybe because it sounds very obnoxious, and then it sounds as if ripping through traffic, people will be able to hear you. Listen, yes, that's very true. Ripping through traffic and town riding, people will be able to hear you because everybody's now distracted these days. Everybody's on their phone, listening to loud music, talking to people they shouldn't be talking to, and not concentrating on what they should be doing at that very time. Yes, a loud exhaust system definitely will work, but you must understand something, that short slip-ons will not really help your motorcycle, especially if you like racing, especially for top end speed and with like a good clear linear power. It will not offer that. All it's going to do is going to make a noise, but every time you open your throttle, you're going to be left behind as if you're yesterday's lunch. But getting like a nice sizable meatier exhaust system, exhaust slip-on will be way better, especially for that power band and linear power. And let's say, I don't want to jinx you, but let's say if it's sitting on the left or the right hand side and you crash on either one of those sides, the exhaust system, that side, the slip-on actually might be able to help your motorcycle in a crash. As compared to a nice little shorty, it's not going to do anything. It's probably going to get damaged as much as your body is going to get damaged. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and you know what to do the rest. If there's anything else in the video that you think that I might have left out, don't hesitate. Just hit it up in the comment section. If there's anything that you want me to expand on, or if there's anything that you thought that I did not really hit on the T with, or you disagree with, put in the comment section. I'd really like to hear about it. All right, till next time. Bye, Sugar Lips.